Is a textbook example, what we've just seen, of witnesses colluding with one another about a subject matter that's under investigation, correct?
Oh my God, he went for it. Jackson, I love you. Marry me. Sorry, Chandler.
Yep, if she pleads out, it will end. If she fights it, it will be an episode.
Who's she?
I'm assuming that would be Miss Reed. I wrote, she is telling them everything.
Who's the him that you're referring to in
Proctor.
this text?
I believe it was Michael Proctor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before I proceed...
Whoa. What was that? Jackson, stop talking. I am speaking now. That is so
He says, going to miss the basketball game at this rate.
The police investigation is gonna make me miss basketball game. Guy's dead. Yeah, guy's dead. Guy's Schmed. Who cares? Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law with your favorite attorney, me, Larry Foreman. We are going to continue with the Jennifer McCabe saga. Folks, today is the day. Today is the day we get to rip this woman apart one more time, and we're not done with her even after this video. Folks, you do not want to miss this. This is one of the hottest pieces of cross-examination I have ever come across in my career as a defense attorney and in my career as a YouTuber. Jennifer McCabe admits to text messages that are obviously real between her, her husband, and others. Who might that be? Whoa, you're gonna find out very shortly. Folks, it is hot fire. Hot fire of the debauchery that the McCabes and the Alberts, collectively the McAlberts, have done in this case. And today we get to expose them once again. Let's go.
Were you and your family coordinating your versions of the events that occurred on that morning?
No.
Were you and your family coordinating some sort of damage control in terms of the language that your family would use to the public, to the press, to law enforcement?
No.
Did you catch that little glance? Damage control. Brennan, help me out here. Oh, he can't help. Okay.
You and your family use a group chat. You and part of your family use a group chat to text each other to coordinate your communications with either the press or the public or law enforcement or family or friends.
I have multiple group chats with family and friends.
You had a very specific group chat that included yourself, Nicole, your sister, Brian Albert, and Matt McCabe, correct?
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, if I may, can you tell me if you recognize what's depicted or what's contained on that two-page document?
Yes.
Don't read it at this point. Just tell me, what is that? What are we looking at?
This is looks like a group chat with me and my sister, Nicole. Oh, no, just actually conversations with just myself and my sister, Nicole.
Do you note the date of that series of chats?
Yes, it says 1/29/22.
Okay. Is that a chat just between yourself and yourself and Nicole, or is that include others as well?
I think it's just myself and Nicole.
There was another series of chats, we'll get to that in a second, that does include Nicole, Brian, Matt McCabe, correct?
Yes.
Overruled. So, Mr. Jackson, you can put that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before I proceed.
So, no. Jurors,
Whoa. What was that? Jackson, stop talking. I am speaking now. What was that? Shush. That is so rude for a judge to do that to an attorney. It's like they're besties, and she's like, stop talking. I said, any respect that I had remaining for this woman has gone out the window if you watched the last couple of videos. And if you haven't, what is wrong with you? How are you still not subscribed to the channel? You gotta subscribe. You gotta get more of these videos. This is the most insane case I've ever seen in my life. In my life. Millions of people are watching this case. Auntie Bev I have nothing is left for this woman. She's not a judge in my book. She's just a woman in black sitting in a tall chair. That's all she is. She has I have nothing left for this woman.
Before you consider any electronic communications in your deliberations, and you heard Trooper Garino read a lot of text messages the other day. I didn't interrupt him, I probably should have. But before you consider any electronic communications in your deliberations, you must first find that it is more likely true than not that the person who either authored or created or transmitted the communication was in fact the person alleged. So here we have communications between, allegedly between Ms. McCabe and her sister. Before you can consider them, you must find that it's more likely than not that they were the people who sent and received those. If you do not find it's more likely true than not that the person alleged to have created or sent them, then you may not consider the electronic communication in deciding your case. Now, when you read or hear about these text messages, you may not consider the statements for their truth, but you may consider them solely for the limited purpose of understanding the state of mind of here Ms. McCabe when she sent those messages. All right. So now
That's called a let me protect Jennifer in the best way that I can as judge moment. Because she basically just kind of prefaced that, well, first you have to believe that Jennifer is the actual author. Just because it says Jennifer and just because it says her phone number, maybe it wasn't Jennifer. That's going to be up to you to decide. And they're just like, oh. No, they're not. They're going to go, okay, why are you doing this? Why are you protecting her? They may not be thinking it yet, but they will in a moment. You'll see.
now that that's what I needed to do. Mr. Jackson, your turn.
Thank you, Your Honor. With the court's permission, I would ask that the January 29th text be published.
Yes.
Ms. McCabe, does this appear to be a representative copy of what you're looking at? It's just been marked for evidence?
Yes, it does.
Can you read for the jurors what you texted to your sister at 7:54?
Sure. Carrie talked to the cops and kept it simple.
Who's Carrie?
Carrie Roberts.
And this is a text that you sent about Miss Roberts' interview with the police.
Yes, it is.
Read that for me one more time.
Sure. Okay. Try and get some sleep. Talk tomorrow. Any update?
What did you mean by any update?
I meant had she heard anything or learned anything new. We'll get more info tomorrow. Don't want to text about it. Right. Okay. Text me in AM or if you hear anything later.
Don't want to text about it, correct?
Yes.
TOMM means tomorrow.
Yes.
This was January 29th, 2022, correct?
Yes.
Tomorrow would have been January 30th,
Yes.
2022. Is that right?
Yes.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you. Does this appear to be a group chat between and among yourself, Nicole Albert, Chris Albert, and Matt McCabe?
I don't believe Chris Albert's on that.
I'm sorry, my mistake. Brian Albert.
Yeah, Brian,
Okay.
sorry.
So the four of you?
Yes.
Okay. And does this appear to be a group chat that was engaged between and among y'all on February 1st, starting, I'm going to try to bookend it, starting
Okay.
at about noon, ending at about 5 or 5:30 that evening?
I didn't look, but I'll take your word for it.
First one or two?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is a
February
cross.
1st,
It's
yeah.
a cross. It's a cross.
Taking a look at that first text, who is that from and who is it to?
It's from Brian Albert, and it's to myself, my sister Nicole, and Matt McCabe, my
And-
husband.
What does that text say?
Julie said Channel 4 is in D&E.
Explain what that text means.
So Brian Albert is telling us that Julie told him Channel 4 is in D&E.
Who's Julie?
I'm sorry, Julie Albert.
Thank you. Let's go to the next text. What is D&E?
D&E is a sub shop that is owned by Chris Albert.
Is that in Canton?
Oh, sorry. Yes, it's in Canton.
On the main street of Canton?
Yes.
Directly next door to what?
Waterfall.
Across the street from
Oh,
Waterfall.
sorry. CF McCarthy's, yeah.
Thank you. Across the street from Waterfall, directly adjoining, they have an adjoining wall to CF McCarthy's, correct?
Yes.
Can you read what this text says, who it's from and who it's to?
This is from Matt McCabe to myself, my sister Nicole, and Brian. Eating, I assume. Ask Chris to ask some questions. Tell them the guy never went into the house.
What does tell them the guy never went into the house mean to you? How did you take that?
I took that as John never came in the house.
Who's the guy?
John.
John O'Keefe.
Yes.
And the beginning of that sentence is, tell them that the guy never came in the house, correct?
Yes.
And the sentence before that is, ask Chris to ask some questions, correct?
Yes.
So this is Matt McCabe directing that Chris ask questions of Channel 4, correct?
I wouldn't say directing.
Whatever word you want to use. He was
No, I'm saying that Matt.
suggesting.
I think we're all looking to find out what happened, so Matt was like, ask some questions. What do they know?
Oh, yeah,
And
right.
also indicating that Chris should tell them the guy never came in the house, correct?
John never came in the house, correct?
Okay. Next text, please.
This text is from Brian.
And this is in response to the text above that you just read, correct?
Yes.
Where Matt McCabe said, tell Chris to find out, get an update or something, and tell them that the guy never came in the house.
Yes.
This is in response to that text.
Yes.
And what does Brian Albert respond?
Exactly.
One word, correct?
Yes.
Next text, please. This is a green box, so I presume this is you.
Yes, it is.
And this is to whom? And what does your text read?
It means, oh my God.
It's O-N-G, but it
Yeah.
meant to be O-M-G, correct?
Yes, yeah, I do a lot of errors.
Which stands for, oh my God.
Yes.
Next text, please.
So this is from my sister Nicole to myself, to Brian, and to Matt.
And what does that text read?
It says, I assume it's just to eat, but Brian, if she is there, ask her what the deal is.
Next text, please. And she mentions a she, a pronoun she.
Yes.
Is that referring to Julie Albert?
To be honest, I don't know who she's referring to.
Well, remember the first text started, or did the first text start with someone reporting that Julie said Channel 4 was in D&E?
Yes, it did.
So would that prior text mean get Julie Albert to get some updates on what's going on? If she's there, does that mean if Julie is at D&E, hence she just reported that Channel 4 is there?
I'm truly not sure if who she's referring to as the she.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go to the next text, please.
This text is from myself. This says to ask if we heard if she is in a mental hospital.
Next text, please.
This is from me. Carrie is here going over timeline.
Who's the Carrie referring to?
Carrie Roberts.
What is here?
I would assume here would mean my house.
Next text, please.
This is from Brian. I did hear that.
Next text, please. Who is this text from and who is it to?
This text is from me to my sister Nicole, to Brian, to Matt. And we handed the phone to Carrie.
Who's Carrie?
Carrie Roberts.
What phone are you referring to?
Mine.
Who was on the other end of that phone?
On February 1st, I believe it could have been Michael Proctor.
Next text, please. Who is this from and who's it to?
This is from me. She is telling him everything.
Everything is in all caps with an exclamation point, correct?
Yes, it is.
Who's the him that you're referring to in
Proctor.
this text?
I believe it was Michael Proctor.
Next text, please.
This is from me, all the stuff.
Next text, please.
This is from Matt to myself, Nicole, and Brian. Yep, if she pleads out, it will end. If she fights it, it will be an episode.
Oh! Sheezy! If she pleads out, that's the end of it. But if she goes to trial, it's gonna be trouble. I want to hear that again. Oh my God, the smoking gun.
Text, please.
This is from Matt to myself, Nicole, and Brian. Yep, if she pleads out, it will end. If she fights it, it will be an episode.
Who's she?
I'm assuming that would be Miss Reed.
Next text, please.
This is from Nicole to me, to Matt, and to Brian. She liked the text above.
The previous text?
Yes.
Meaning like a thumbs up or a like?
Yeah, it just says liked. So
The one that reads, yeah, if she pleads, it will end. If she fights, it will be an episode.
Yes.
Next text, please.
I
This
love
is
how she's trying so hard to maintain. She's just like, yeah, this means nothing. This is not a smoking gun. It's just text, innocent texts between non-conspirators. Dum, 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 dum.
From Matt. Oh, sorry. To me, to Nicole, and to Brian.
And what does this read?
Brian, sitting separate.
Is that a period or a comma? I honestly can't see. Is that a period or a comma between Brian and sitting? Or can you tell?
I can't tell if it is or it's just like the way it printed out. I'm not sure.
Next text, please.
Brian to me, Nicole, and Matt. Okay.
And the next text.
This is me, Matt, me, Nicole, Matt, and Brian.
And what did you say, what did you write in this text?
I wrote you listening.
And what's the timestamp on this?
That is 5:15.
And in fact, at 5:15, Ms. Roberts was in your house being personally interviewed by Massachusetts State Police, correct?
They were there. I'm not sure if this is the exact time, but yes, they did come over.
Just to be clear and to orient us, there was a phone conversation that you were privy to between Carrie Roberts and Michael Proctor telephonically, correct?
She was
Earlier in the day.
Yeah, earlier in the day he had called me, and then Carrie had asked to speak with him.
And that's the handing of the phone.
Yes.
Then later, a couple of hours later, 5-ish or so, she was still at your house. Michael Proctor came over and interviewed her at your home.
No,
Sorry,
Yeah.
Massachusetts State Police.
came
Yeah,
over and
yeah.
spoke to myself, her, and Matt.
Yeah.
And you wrote, you listening to the group, correct?
Yes,
Who was that specifically directed to?
I honestly don't know.
Oh, wait a second. I just realized something that I may have missed. I think I missed this in the first trial. You listening. Did she have an open line? Like, as Carrie Roberts is being interviewed, she kind of took her phone, dialed, like one of them, and then just kind of left the phone there and just walked away so that they could mute themselves and on their end be like listening to the Michael Proctor and Carrie Roberts interview. Oh, dear God. That's what probably happened. I would bet money.
Anybody else in the house during her interview other than you and the troopers?
My husband, Matt, my daughter, her friend, my other daughter.
So of the people on this text chain, the only person that would have been in the house that could have conceivably, quote unquote, listened would be Matt. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Next text, please.
It's from me to Matt, Nicole, and Brian.
And what does it read?
Cops here again.
You were reporting to the others on this text stream that the police had arrived at your house. They were in your house with you and Carrie that you just described, correct?
Yes, I was just telling them that they were here again.
I was just telling them they were here again. I was not reporting. Why would you use such a word? That is an offensive word. I was reporting. You make me sound like I'm the mastermind of this. Oh, wait, that's right. I am.
Next text, please. Who is this from and who's it to?
This is from my sister, Nicole, and Nicole says, call us after.
And what time was this?
5:23.
Did you take this to mean that she wanted you to call the group after Carrie Roberts' interview and update them about that interview?
I took it as that she just wanted, to call and see what the cops said and if there was any update, any information.
Next text, please.
This is from Matt, and it's to myself, Nicole, and Brian. This girl could write a book nonstop.
Was that in reference to Carrie Roberts having her interview with the Massachusetts State Police?
Yes, it was.
And by the way, I know there are several smoking guns here, and you're like, Larry, why are you not reacting to this? This is all a repeat from the first trial, so I'm not surprised. I'm genuinely like, oh yeah, I remember this. Oh yeah, I remember this too. I remember that. So like, in case you're wondering, like, why is Larry off key here for whatever reason? I'm not. I am actually definitely in key because this all happened in the first trial. So none of these texts that are absolutely smoking guns, like this woman is just writing a book about this, is it all came before. This is all from the previous trial. And if you haven't, I have so many playlists. You guys have to go check them out. I have Brian Higgins. I have coming up Trooper Paul. I have Brian Albert coming up. I have disgraced former Massachusetts State Police Trooper Proctor. I have Trooper Buchanan. I have Allie McCabe. I have Matthew McCabe. I have the first Jennifer McCabe, and I have Guarino from last year. They're all playlists. They're all playlists on my channel. Go check them out. Oh my God, folks! I have content about this trial for days. So don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll be notified when new videos will be coming out, because you definitely don't want to miss them. I mean, this is the most insane trial I've ever seen in my life. Let's keep watching.
Girl is Carrie, correct?
Yes.
Next text, please. Who's this from and who's it to?
This is from me to Nicole, Brian, and Matt.
What time is this text?
5:32.
And what do you write to the group?
I love it.
And this is in direct response to Matt McCabe's, your husband's text about Carrie Roberts could write a book, correct?
Yes.
Suggesting that both you and Mr. McCabe were listening to her interview. correct?
The mouthpiece.
We could hear different parts of it, correct?
Next text, please. And who's this from and who's it to?
This is from me to Nicole, to Brian, to Matt.
What did you write?
I wrote, she is telling them everything.
Similar to the text that we earlier saw that was in all caps when you indicated she's telling them everything, correct?
Yes.
On the phone. That was in reference to what she was saying on the phone.
Yes.
This is in reference to the live interview, correct?
Yes.
Also indicating that you were listening to and were privy to the content of her conversation with the police.
I could hear bits and pieces of it, yes.
Enough to say that she's telling them everything.
When I used the word everything, I meant it in the, not only was she telling them what had happened, but she was also telling them opinions and different things.
Okay, so you could hear it that much.
I could hear her saying some opinions.
Okay. Next text, please.
This is from my sister Nicole.
And that's dangerous because my mouthpiece needs to be controlled. She, Carrie Roberts, has no right to tell the police things that I did not tell her to tell them. And I was very angry with Carrie Roberts afterwards when I learned that she has been telling them things that I told her not to say. That's the part that she's not admitting to, which absolutely happened.
To myself, to Matt, to Brian.
Bet
This
money.
is in response to she is telling them everything, correct?
Yes.
And the text reads what?
Good.
Next text, please.
This is from Matt to myself, to Nicole, and to Brian. He says, going to miss the basketball game at this rate.
You mean Matt says.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Matt.
yeah. The police investigation is going to make me miss the basketball game. Yeah, guy's dead. Yeah, guy's dead. Guy's schmed. Who cares? I need to go to the basketball game. Can the police wrap it up, please? We know who the killers are. It's us. Who cares? Let's just I gotta go to the basketball game. More important stuff are happening. Dead Boston cops, schmops. Basketball game. Gotta go. And she's smiling through all of this. Like, oh, I gotta go to the basketball game. All of these people are gonna need an attorney by the time this is over. I just want to say this. Every single one of them is gonna need an attorney. And you know who else is an attorney? I am. And if you've been injured, 1-844-774-HURT. Call us anytime, 24/7. We have an answering service. Happy to hear what physical injuries you have sustained so that we can get you money in your pocket. Anyway, back to the video.
Matt says, going to miss the basketball game at this rate.
Indicating that he was still in the house and still privy to the conversation between Carrie Roberts and the Massachusetts State Police.
He was waiting for them to talk, but Carrie kept as he said, she could write a book, so he felt he was going to miss the game because she just kept talking.
Next text, please. That may be the end of it.
Yeah, it is.
Is that the last text on the page?
Yes, it is.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes.
Ms. McCabe,
Yes.
these text messages were on a private chat, both the one between you and your sister, as well as the group chat, correct? Those are private chats, not open to the public.
Correct.
You never intended, obviously, for any of those texts to become public, correct?
I handed my phone over, so I
That's
knew
not the
all my
question.
texts would be seen.
When you were writing the text, when the group was chatting back and forth or texting back and forth, those were intended to be private texts between and among just the people on the text string, correct?
I just was texting my family. I wasn't thinking any more of who was going to see it.
You certainly did not expect when you were writing those texts that the defense, Ms. Karen Reed's representatives, would ever get a hold of those texts. That was not in your mind, correct?
Would never have been in my mind, no.
That
Yeah.
is a textbook example, what we've just seen, of witnesses colluding with one another about a subject matter that's under investigation, correct?
Oh my God. Oh my God. He went for it. Jackson, I love you. Marry me. Sorry, Chandler. He did not do this in the first trial. Jackson has gotten bold. This is a brand new Jackson, folks. He's like, next text. You never expected anybody to see this, did you? You never thought the world is going to see this, did you? You didn't expect the defense is going to see this, did you? We have evidence that you two colluded and you four colluded. Objection? Oh my God! I'm about to cry, folks. Tears of happiness. Jackson is not pulling any punches this time. He just went for the knockout. Very rarely do defense attorneys do this. Everybody knows it's a very, very, very dangerous thing to do, to basically give the witnesses an out, because you're building. The jury already believes collusion. You don't even need to say it. But Jackson just went for it. He just said it. He just came out and said it. Oh my God. I'm sorry, folks. I can't calm down. I am in awe. I am in shock and horror in the best of ways. Don't get me wrong. Wow. I am melting. I am literally, as I sit before you, I wish you could feel what I'm feeling in my body right now. I am melting into a puddle, formerly known as Attorney Larry Foreman. That is one of the sexiest things I have ever heard in my entire life. This right here, that statement right there, is sexier than Spicy Draco's TMZ guy. Well, I could say the same thing about having Amber Heard as a client for you, Ms. Bretta Hoft. This is evidence of collusion, isn't it, Ms. McCabe? Objection? Grounds? I have none. It really hurts my case. The liar objection. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I need to calm down. Okay. Woosah, Larry. Woosah. We're going to go back. We're going to watch it again, and then I want to see what happens.
Those texts that the defense, Ms. Karen Reed's representatives would ever get a hold of those texts, that was not in your mind, correct?
Would never have been in my mind, no.
That is a textbook example, what we've just seen, of witnesses colluding with one another about a subject matter that's under investigation, correct?
And move for an instruction.
All right, jurors, disregard that comment.
Well, that's not a comment. That's a question. That's a question, Bev. And the answer is yes, that is evidence. Look, her face just melted off. McCabe, Jennifer, you can hide all you want. We can see the truth right through you. She didn't even flinch. She was like, and? Evidence of collusion? And? Someone in her position being accused like that would be, if false, they would be up in arms. What are you talking about? That is not collusion. Are you crazy? She's like, I need help here. I need some protection. Come on, Brennan, speak up. Come on, Bev. We're all in this together, remember? All working together now. Wow. He just went for the throat punch and he got it. She all but admitted it just with her actions and her face. The jury saw it. And Jackson knows that the jury believes it. And Bev coming to her rescue is not even gonna put a dent in this. If anything, the jurors are now, from this moment forward, thinking Jen, Bren, and Bev are all in this together. And Jackson is the only one speaking truth in this courtroom. Because there was no comment. Bev is lying to the jury. That was a direct question. The question was, this is evidence of witnesses colluding their testimony, correct? And she's like, no side comments. You are to disregard any side comments that Jackson is doing because those are side comments that we don't like and it hurts our case and our cause. So please disregard the bad questions that we don't like and we don't want being answered in my courtroom. Thank you. This is the sexiest exchange I have ever seen in my entire life in a courtroom. To just go for the throat punch, risking the possibility that the witness is going to go, no, of course not, and excuse and eviscerate and unravel everything. But because Brennan came to her rescue, he actually cemented Jackson's question into concrete. Think about it. If Jennifer McCabe had a chance to answer that in that moment, she would say, no, of course it's not collusion. You don't think it's collusion? No, of course not. This is just people talking. And maybe the jury would believe her or not believe her. Doesn't matter. But now he asked, this is collusion, isn't it? Objection. Now judge is instructing. The jurors are sitting there confused like, that was a question. That wasn't a statement. She, by virtue of their own collusion in the courtroom, the interior collusion, so this is the exterior collusion we're talking about between Carrie Roberts, Jen McCabe, Brian Albert, Nicole Albert, etc., Brian Higgins. That's the exterior collusion. That happened 3.5 years ago. Now the interior collusion between Bren, Jen, and Bev, those three, their collusion, now the jury is going to be aware of it. And if I was Jackson, I would keep highlighting this collusion because the more dots they can plot on the graph, the more the prosecution is going to get destroyed. And they will get the trifecta, the not guilty, not guilty, not guilty when this case is over, in my humble opinion. And then the feds are going to come in, scoop everybody up, and people are going to start getting locked up, starting with the McAlberts, the pinnacle of the Canton Mafia. Fascinating. Fascinating. This is one of those rare occasions where asking the question you don't ask, you actually ask. Good on you, Jackson. God.
Disregard that question.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Yes.
In the text that we just saw, you were colluding with other witnesses, percipient witnesses in this case through those text messages, were you not?
I was not.
You were organizing your statements to the police based on what you overheard and what you heard during Carrie Roberts' interview with the Massachusetts State Police, weren't you?
No, I was not.
You were reporting back to other percipient witnesses.
What is this cameraman doing? Dude, this is the biggest questions that have ever been asked in a criminal trial in the history of the United States. And you are focusing on Karen and Jackson? Show us Jennifer. I want to see Jen's face.
This is what you heard and saw during other witnesses' statements to the police, to wit, Carrie Roberts, correct?
I was telling them Carrie was speaking with the police.
And you told them she's telling them, quote, everything, correct?
Yes, I told them some of the opinions that she stated.
And when Mr. McCabe said she could write a book, she's going on, in other words, she's going on and on, your statement was, I love it, correct?
Yes,
And you reported that back to other witnesses who were not privy to Ms. Roberts' statements to the police, correct?
to my sister and to my brother-in-law, yes.
And then your sister asked for updates
And that's not collusion?
when Carrie Roberts was done, correct?
I don't know if it was in regard to updates when she was done or updates like, did they tell us anything? Is there anything new? We were still all trying to figure out what had happened.
The four of you were discussing the facts surrounding this case, not only with each other, but discussing interviews, formal police interviews that you heard or overheard with another witness, weren't you?
I told them some of the things that Carrie Roberts said, yes.
And you were happy about what she said after you had created this timeline with her, correct?
The timeline had nothing to do with it.
Oh, of course not.
But it was certainly chronologically. Her interview with the police was after this timeline had already been created between you and Carrie Roberts.
Yes, we both put down what had happened so we would remember.
And then once
So we would lie better.
you were responding to the rest of the group. She's telling them everything, meaning everything we just crafted in this timeline, right?
No, I meant she was telling them everything. She was telling her personal opinions about Miss Reed.
Oh my God. I think I just got a little high from that testimony. I'm not exaggerating, folks. This was one of the most epic. It's like watching Mozart perform live. That's how good that was. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can get more of this stuff. Oh my God. I am going to be shell-shocked for a while now. This video is premiering on Sunday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Tomorrow is my birthday, and tomorrow the trial resumes, and Jennifer McCabe is done. Her testimony is done, and we're going to the next witness. So I'm looking forward to that. I think I have one more witness in tow, Ian Wiffler, I believe. But I'm also going to do much more Jennifer McCabe. There is so much more McCabe to do. And again, let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to take all of her testimony, because I want to give you guys the meat. I'm shaving the potatoes, I'm taking away the salad, I'm taking away the peas and the carrots. I just want to give you guys the steak. Let me know if there's enough people who want the potatoes and the carrots and the peas and the salad. I will give them to you. It's just going to take some time, because I can probably milk that interaction on cross-examination between Alan Jackson and Jennifer McCabe, probably turn it into about 20 episodes. Probably. And that's just 2. I have at least 2 more guaranteed coming your way. Let me know if you want 16 on top of that. Let me know in the comments below, because if there's enough interest, I will do it. I will destroy and I will dissect with a fine-tooth comb every minute of this horrible woman's presence in the courtroom, because she is the number 2. She's the number 1 lay witness. Remember, we got 3 main players. We got the killer, Brian Albert, and or Brian Higgins. They're kind of the same person in my book. Not because they're both named Brian, but because they're besties. Number 2 is Proctor, former disgraced Massachusetts State Police Trooper Proctor, Michael Proctor. He is the mastermind of making sure that the investigation gets botched and everything gets reported to the wrong places, so nobody gets indicted except Karen Reed. And Jennifer McCabe is the layperson mastermind who orchestrated the timeline, turned Carrie Roberts into her mouthpiece, and made sure that everything goes according to plan. So those are the three main ones. So that's why I'm asking, if you guys want it, I will do it. I wasn't planning on it, but if you really want me to, like I did in trial number 1, we have like 11 episodes from trial number 1. That's its own playlist. Go check it out if you haven't already. I also have a playlist for Trooper Paul. I have a playlist for Guarino and Allie McCabe. Matthew McCabe is a standalone video. Trooper Tully, Trooper Buchanan. I have all of them, all of the main players. Allie McCabe, I think I said that already. If I haven't, now I did. So I have all of those videos, and folks, it's only going to get better from here. There is a moment coming. Mark my words. There's a moment coming that is going to unravel the prosecution, and it's going to destroy this case. This case will never be given to the jury. This case will never reach a verdict. It will be dismissed, destroyed, and a lot of the McAlberts are going to get arrested and indicted before this is over. They know it's coming. They can smell it in the air. They're doing everything in their power to stop it from happening, but it's not going to stop. The machine is moving. And we learned from Dr. Wolf's testimony from April 25th. Those of you who watched that video, it premiered yesterday, yesterday, May 3rd, 2025, that if you haven't seen that video, oh dear God, watch Brennan just bury himself alive in a box. It's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. How Wolf just literally was like, "You have any more questions? Are you done? You got nothing, bud." And he truly doesn't, and it's so sexy. But anyway, it's coming. That moment is coming, and they know it, and they can't stop it. They can't stop it. It's inevitable at this point. It's like Thanos in Marvel, in the Marvel series. I am inevitable. Bye, everybody.